followed by icons at 11:30.
Today on X-Play, we have fun with physics. We explore ballistic trajectories in Half-Life 2, study conservation of angular momentum in Burnout 3. And is that a slide rule in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see Rumble Roses? It's science time! Hosts in motion tend to remain Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Well, actually, I tend to remain at rest.
Hello and welcome to a physics-filled episode of X-Play.
Ballistics, angular momentum, harmonic oscillation, all facets of that most pristine of sciences we call physics.
Long the exclusive domain of eggheads, geeks, and dweebs, physics has found a new band of followers, gaming fanboys.
Yes. The advent of the Havoc physics engine has brought hardcore science to hardcore gamers everywhere. For instance, we all know that in a vacuum, falling objects accelerate at a rate of negative 9.8 meters per second squared, regardless of their mass.
But how fast does a corpse fall in bullet time? Let's find out. We here at X-Play love Ragdoll Physics. It puts the artistry back into capping old ladies, throwing men over railings, and repeatedly shooting a dead guy in the crotch. Yes, thanks to hard-working coders who enjoy meticulously figuring out what people look like when they die, Ragdoll Physics has brought joy to millions of people worldwide. These sweet physics engines make characters expire in-game with spine-snapping gracefulness. Only the very dead and the boneless can bend like that. Ragdoll Physics first appeared in games like Unreal Tournament 2003 and The Minority Report, where there was literally nothing to do but throw men through plate glass windows. Good times. Now, however, you can find physics fun in games from Transformers Armada to PsyOps, the game that figured out bullet time and ragdoll physics go together like Courtney Love and Crazy, Max Payne 2. It's not cruel and unusual. It's entertaining.
What are you doing?
Oh, and let's not forget human darts in Freestyle Metal X, sniping in Far Cry. And, well, there's something a little creepy about sneaking up behind ladies and clubbing them on the head, throwing them up and down in Thief Deadly Shadows is hilarious. Oops. I think I broke them. So thanks, Ragdoll Physics, for all the memories and for all the flailing yet to come. This one's for you. As you can see, in games using the Havoc physics engine, bodies will fly in a parabolic trajectory.
Exploding barrels will send out spherical shock waves that decrease in force in an inverse square ratio to the distance from the initial explosion.
And dead people inevitably lose all spinal rigidity.
Now, no one has taken the Havoc engine and made it their bitch, scientifically speaking. Quite like the folks at Valve.
But does a masterful physics engine make for a masterpiece of gameplay? Find out in our review of Half-Life 2.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman.
Yes, Gordon Freeman, you've overslept long enough. Half-Life 2 has been so long in coming, even the characters in the game seem surprised to see Gordon.
Gordon Freeman.
Gordon Freeman. Gordon Freeman? Is that you?
Dr. Gordon Freeman himself.
Gordon Freeman.
That's not who I think it is.
Gordon Freeman. It's incredible you made it.
Okay, enough. Gordon's been gone a while and has suddenly plopped down in City 17. Jackbooted alien thugs in gas masks called the Combine are in charge now. But Gordon's old friends from Half-Life 1 aren't about to let that go unchallenged.
It's me, Gordon. Barney from Black Mesa.
Nothing like reuniting with old friends in long-awaited sequels.
I'm way behind on my beating quota.
Too much info. After some exposition and the requisite failed teleportation experiment, Half-Life 2 kicks into gear and never stops moving.
Gordon Freeman.
The graphical improvements are immediately evident. This is one of the best-looking games made yet, and the character animation and facial expressions are second to none.
Dr. Freeman, I presume.
The gameplay is familiar on a base level. You point, you shoot, you occasionally solve rudimentary puzzles.
Good job, Gordon. Throwing that switch and all. I can see your MIT education really pays for itself.
But the element of Half-Life 2 that really changes everything is the Havoc physics engine. Just about everything in the game has its own mass, weight, and can be affected by Gordon. This TV stuff will rot your brain. So will the TV stand. The physics are so integral to the game that you're even given a gravity gun to play with them.
You can call it the zero-point energy field manipulator if you really want to.
I really don't.
That's the old passage to Ravenholm. We don't go there anymore.
Can't imagine why. Who doesn't love head crab zombies? Yeah, you better shamble away. The creepy zombie-infested town is not only scarier than anything Doom 3 throws at you, it may be the best place to play around with the gravity gun. You can pick up nearly anything and fire it off as a projectile. For instance, cardboard, not the best anti-zombie weapon. Washing machines, much more effective. Or you can use the various traps scattered about. Ah, eat this. Uh-oh, time to improvise. If you didn't think that was cool, you're in the wrong hobby. One of the constant downfalls of first-person shooters is that eventually, shooting things in the head gets old. Half-Life 2 nimbly dodges this pitfall by changing things up regularly. There are vehicle sections that, unlike just about every other driving sequence in the genre, are tons of fun to play. Note to Combine forces, your roadblocks suck. Later in the game, you get your own army of Starship Troopers rejects to swarm the Combine. By the end, it's full-scale war in the streets against monstrous striders. Very few games ever reach the breakneck pace and intensity level that Half-Life 2 maintains throughout. It's packed with cool moments and memorable characters.
Look to your own salvation.
This is the closest thing to a flawless game we played in a very long time. X-Play gives Half-Life 2 a 5 out of 5.
Seriously, folks, Half-Life 2 was so good, it made me lose an electron.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
In an elastic collision, both kinetic energy and momentum are conserved. In Burnout 3, cars go boom.
If you like sex,
Come on, give me the double stuff.
the munchies,
We are not ending this night without White Castle in our stomachs.
and random celebrities,
Neil Patrick Harris?
then this unrated DVD is for you. Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, the DVD that covers all your favorite topics.
You do realize what's legal in Amsterdam.
Those aren't real. Yes, they are. What's it like being an investment banker?
Awesome.
Including the DVD featurette, The Art of the Fart. Get yours with the works. Buy the rated or unrated version now on DVD.
All right.
Hey, what do you got? Desktop, 17-inch flat screen monitor and speakers. Nice, I got a couple notebooks. Well, you're lucky. No, you're the lucky one. No, you are. All right, I gotta go to Miami. Miami? You're so lucky.
Take delivery of a Gateway PC with an Intel Pentium 4 processor and get a free CD burner. Just $499.99 and found only in a Gateway box.
No enemy has ever withstood our might. I need a weapon.
Rated M for mature.
Now, when you buy 3 or more medium one-topping pizzas from Domino's, you get them for just $5 each. That means Pepperoni Guy, Mushroom Guy, and Sausage Guy can each get their own pizza for just $5. Hey,
Who invited I'll pay you tomorrow guy?
Domino's 555 deal is back. Buy 3 or more medium one-topping pizzas and they're all just $5 each. Only from Domino's. Get the door. It's Domino's 555 deal.
I will shoot first and ask questions later.
I will borrow a Hummer, a chopper, and a luggage cart all in the same day.
I will flip a coin to decide which building to destroy, and then blow them both up anyway.
I will use 2 grenades, when one would work just fine.
I will destroy 17 trucks in a row just because I can.
I will be grossly overpaid for doing things I'd probably do for free.
I am a mercenary.
I am a mercenary.
I'm a mercenary, and I love my job.
Mercenaries, Playground of Destruction. In stores Thursday. Rated T for teen.
Hello?
It's happening again.
I don't believe it. To track down an ancient evil, they have been trained to hunt it.
We gotta go down there.
Equipped to kill it.
Come on, people!
This is just the beginning.
Now, they just have to survive it. Alone in the Dark. Rated R. In theaters January 28th.
You found the G-spot. Icons is coming up next.
The Screensavers, tonight at midnight.
Join Diane Mazzotta as Filter gets the lowdown on all the high tech at the Consumer Electronics Show, January 17th at 10 p.m.
The force of X-Play is equal to Adam Sessler times Morgan Webb.
Yes, Newton's second law of motion states that force equals mass times acceleration, or change in velocity over change in time.
Which means that a 1,000-kilogram sports car accelerating towards a bus of screaming children at a constant rate of 20 kilometers per second will have the resultant force of, well, let's just say it blows up real good.
How good? Find out in our review of Burnout 3.
There's something happening on the concrete arteries of the world's freeways. Humans have stopped driving cars. The cars are now driving them. Bolts, welds, and burning fuel conspired to create a tempered steel missile far beyond the abilities of man to control. Welcome to the twisted metal jihad of Burnout 3 for the Xbox.
This game reaches deep within the darkly bubbling depths of the gamer psyche and retrieves one of the greatest racing games ever to darken a concerned parent's brow. Mom, can I borrow the Hyundai? We gotta think this title, moving from Acclaim to EA, had something to do with the beauteous controller-crushing blitzkrieg that sears the eyes and digits. The idea, of course, is to destroy everything vehicular in your path while holding your own car together. Crash mode is easily one of the greatest upgrades to a gamer's life this side of pizza delivery. Unsuspecting traffic gregariously grazes at the crossroads of some picturesque city. Little do they know the banshee scream of your burning rubber is about to end their quiet lives of longing for a better existence. Strategic guidance of your vehicular kamikaze is aided by crash mode, which slows the horror down so you can inflict maximum fatality and point accrual. Once your burning Hulk is a steaming nugget of twisted car and people parts, and you've been able to cause a requisite number of wrecks, you get the ability to hit the crash breaker button, which lights up your car and everything around it, like a late arrival to a Basra Police Academy graduation. Guess who's headlining La La Fallujah? Takedown pits you against either friends or bots, careening through huge and varied environments. The idea is, of course, to not only win the race, but to take out as many opponents as possible, and in the prettiest way you can. A World Tour mode has you collecting colorful, reckless driving tickets from around the globe, or at least in 3 continents on 40 different tracks. Point Accrual delivers up to 67 vehicles of mass destruction. Race cars, muscle cars, light trucks, big trucks, and the bus. I hope it's full of people. I heart public transportation. The game also serves up a veritable rodeo of competitive Xbox Live and multiplayer options for you and your dudes to tool and die with. The end is nigh, Mommy and Daddy. The lessons learned at the DMV are the lessons forgotten on the I-5 DMZ. This game is definitely going to be a contender for Game of the Year, and it's hitting a store near you, going 90.
we give it a 5 out of 5.
This review brings up an interesting statistical point.
Now, whenever we mention Fallujah, gay marriage, or red state voters, we see a spike in email from concerned conservative viewers.
Who we dearly love and value.
Now, these missives fall in a Poisson distribution, ranging in intelligence from thoughtful and articulate to X-Play is ta-sucker.
Now, strangely enough, whenever we give a GameCube exclusive anything less than a 5 out of 5, we get exactly the same results from the Nintendo fanboys.
Coincidence?
Or the missing link in the grand unified field theory.
Coming up, Halo 2 and Half-Life 2 Throwdown. You best not be dissing my inverse kinematics.
In Daredevil, she fought to the death.
Only a warrior can come back from death.
This Friday, she's back with a vengeance.
War's just begun.
From the forces that brought you X-Men, Elektra. The final battle begins Friday. Rated PG-13. Everything you think you know about Resident Evil. Evil has evolved. Resident Evil 4, rated M for mature.
Check this out. This is what we do for a living.
We're software developers.
With the training we received at Westwood, we learned to design, code, and test games like this.
And this.
Can you believe that we get paid for playing games?
Westwood College now offers training online or on campus for video game careers. For a brochure, call toll-free 877-558-1997. That's 877-558-1997. Call now.
This is the ride primed to explode.
You should hold on.
Luc Besson's visually stunning sci-fi masterpiece, The Fifth Element. Now with over 2 hours of new, never-before-seen extras. Only Ultimate Edition DVD today.
I began losing my hair about a year ago. Is it ever gonna stop?
What causes it to fall out anyway?
Let's say I'm ready to do something about my hair loss. What are my options?
Why me?
It's hard to know what to do when you start losing your hair. That's where Bosley comes in. For over 25 years, people have turned to us for answers to their questions about hair loss and hair restoration.
So what is natural hair restoration? Where does the hair come from? Is it permanent?
Does the hair actually grow?
To find out, just call this toll-free number. We'll send you this free video and comprehensive guidebook that give you the real facts about hair loss and the choices you have for dealing with it. Financing is available. So call now and discover how Bosley has advanced the science of natural hair restoration, how they use your own living hair to fill in the thin spots. You'll also meet people who were once losing their hair and see what they looked like then and now.
But here's the big question. Do you think my barber will remember me?
To receive more information, please call 1-800-309-8402.
Get the latest cheat codes and walkthrough strategies for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Cheat season premiere, January 18th at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
For every Adam Sessler, there is an equal and opposite Morgan Webb.
Now it's me and Yushchenko.
Wonderful. Welcome back. History shows us that scientific advances are often made simultaneously by two separate scientists.
For example, Newton and Leibniz's development of calculus.
Tesla and Marconi's invention of the radio.
Or the launch of Halo 2 and Half-Life 2 a mere week apart.
Coincidence? You be the judge.
Maybe it put you to sleep in high school, but I'll bet you're paying attention now. Physics got a hell of a lot more interesting in 2004. When a game lets you do things like this, you know it's worth the money. While inverse kinematics and robust hit detection can sometimes be inconvenient, the small price to pay for gaming gold like this. Halo 2 and Half-Life 2 are the biggest games on their respective platforms this year. Half-Life 2 is powered by the Havoc 2 physics engine, but Bungie developed their own proprietary physics for Halo 2. For example, when I shoot my buddy, the helmet can actually save his life. Not for long, though. Try loading up on grenades and have someone bash you senseless. Then return the favor. Once you have a heaping helping of ordnance on the ground, park your warthog on it, provide some encouragement, and wave bon voyage. Is that ever gonna come down? I guess not. But this bug has all the buzz. In multiplayer, get a plasma sword and sit in the warthog's passenger seat, lock on to someone with the right trigger, and hop out to enjoy a stomach-churning slingshot effect. Whee! Although the physics in Halo 2 are great, they don't hold a candle to the glorious spectacle that is Half-Life 2, which sets the new gold standard for physical interactivity in a game. No matter where you are, there's always something to pick up, push, knock over, and most of all, shoot. The environments provide plenty of makeshift ammo, if you don't mind improvising.
Stop that.
Boom time! For the first time in gaming history, you can harass guards with Chinese takeout. I wonder what I'm supposed to do with these saw blades. Maybe Ragdoll Physics isn't new, but this is. When have you thrown a table at someone? Friction, momentum, velocity, mass, acceleration, gravity. Together, you're the Brady Bunch of physics. One big, happy family.
Well, it looks like the Halo 2 folks should go back and study gravitic constants again.
Stunts like that are understandable in levels on a ring world, since in that case, gravity is really centripetal force caused by the rotation of the ring, which would of course be offset by the true center of gravity in the middle of the ring.
But that sort of tomfoolery just doesn't hold water on a planetary body. And speaking of planetary bodies, stay tuned.
Coming up, everyone's favorite branch of physics. And we're not talking about magnetohydrodynamics.
The most popular kid in school is back.
Idiot.
We both know I'm trying to become a cage fighter.
Gee. Napoleon Dynamite. There's plenty to go around. Own Napoleon today.
Maybe I will. Gosh.
Wow, someone ordered all that.
I guess so.
Is it heavy? This is one of the new notebooks, integrated wireless, and it's so light, it's crazy.
So light, it's crazy.
Take delivery of a thin and light Gateway notebook with an Intel Celeron M processor, just $699.99 and found only in a Gateway box.
Decide your destiny. A life of virtue or villainy is up to you. Fable, for every choice, a consequence. Rated mature.
Check this out. This is what we do for a living.
We're video game designers.
And we're game programmers.
With the training offered at Collins College, you can learn to design, code, and test games like this.
And this.
Game design is a growing career.
For a brochure on a career in game design, call Collins College at 1-888-256-1200 now. That's 1-888-256-1200. Call Collins College now.
We are the men and women of the United States Army Reserve. We are regular people who share our time serving our country and our communities. Our training makes us stronger as soldiers and as citizens who stand ready.
To find out how you can serve your country in the Army Reserve, call 1-888-624-ARMY for this free DVD and get a free sports watch. Stand ready in the Army Reserve.
I hate Adam Sessler.
I'd rather suck on a urinal puck than play this game.
Why does he get to play video games and review video games on our show about video games? Why does he get to spend every day with Morgan Webb?
We've got a preview of the hottest new releases.
Yeah!
Obsessed with video games? Watch X Play with Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb. Weeknights at 11.
When your TV is off, they are both alive and dead. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Yay, we're zombies!
Welcome back.
We come now to one of the most complicated conundrums that tax the minds of game developers.
On the surface, it seems like a basic interaction between simple pendulum inertia and spring motion.
But if you factor in fluid mechanics, things get much more complex.
We speak of course, of breast physics, bane of game designer, boon to lonely males everywhere, and splendidly illustrated in our review of Rumble Roses.
Welcome to a subject as old as consciousness itself, a dialectic comprising the core of countless conflicts. A tale of good, a tale of evil, a tale of two cities, a tale of completely random Japanese story elements.
She steals boats.
Get ready to rumble, kiddies, because the Rumble Roses are ready to blow out of the confines of the ring, and the cartoonishly tiny shreds of fabric screaming to remind you of the fruit in your loom.
Whose bottom is ready to be whipped.
The first thing you'll obviously notice in Rumble Roses is the characters. Well, maybe not the first thing, but eventually all of that bound-up anatomy will take on a human form. Sort of. We won't be needing chairs. We have them. The anime-flavored forms of male delight take on many predictable roles from the history of hot, and some less predictable.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Oh, shut up. You're the naughty nurse with that funny flavored thermometer. I'm talking about Fembot here.
My instincts are warning me about this mission.
Story mode fills in the gray areas, with more gray areas, in terms of how the pain-pandering doxies end up being who they are. There's really not much worth catching beneath the wriggling water of Lake Physique, though. Raiko is the sweetly dispositioned innocent in search of family unity.
Mom, I hope you are watching.
Aisha is a bottle-tan Britney Spears Pop-Tart with the voice of Wanda Sykes.
What? I ain't good enough for you?
Anesthesia is a nurse and a mad DNA-blending bartender, mixing up the minds of a selected few of the leggy ladies of lechery. Bloody Shadow is a puppy puss secret agent ninja. Her preferred mode of conveyance is a toad. Yeah, but you're not buying this game for the articles, are you, sports fan? Hell no, you're in for the classic sport of the noble greets, wrestling. Okay, you're in it for the sing, you naughty little onanist. No letters about how to play this game with one hand. Jiggling G-Hop, Batman, this game's got sauce. There's some nice physics animation in the game, characters flow in routines nicely, and the AI at times will lunge at position opportunities, enhancing flow and realism. There's a lot on the menu in terms of a visual bouquet of lips, hips, sighs, and dives, purely portrayed in stunning detail. The requisite mud wrestling aspect of the game seems as if an invisible home improvement show was snuck on the set and painted the ladies in some sort of liquefied cat chow thing. The nude illusion really achieves a sexless quality that brings to mind why the hell women in mud is something exciting anyway.
Please me!
Goals are easily achieved. When you complete a character story mode, you unlock her alter ego. The bottom line of this game is where the girls finish a move. Hello? Let's face it, this game's about watching women tangle themselves up in positions you may have seen on the internet. There's a decent fighting game somewhere. Ow! Airstrike to the baby hanger. We just need to find it.
Stop the chest puffing.
We give it a 3 out of 5. Waiter, we'd like a table with a view of the crowd.
So once again, we see that as the designers of the game focus more on the study of coupled harmonic oscillation, the quality of the game asymptotically approaches an entropic state, or as we refer to it, crap.
And as Time T approaches the end of the holiday season, Sigma H, the probability of us slapping together yet another repack show asymptotically approaches infinity. Good night.
Good night.
Ah, you learned stuff. Ah.
The hottest gear. The latest gadgets. All the things you need. And some you might not. Join Diane Mazzotta as Filter gets the lowdown on all the high tech at the Consumer Electronics Show, January 17th at 10 p.m.
You found the G-spot. Icons is coming up next. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this G-forward state of mind.
It started with a flop.
They released it to test audiences, and people hated it. They had a bomb on their hands.
But a young visionary turned failure into success.
Shigeru Miyamoto got a job at Nintendo and was told, save this thing, it's horrible, make it better. And Miyamoto did exactly that.
And created a legendary character.
I remember my friends coming home from the arcade telling me about this new game called Donkey Kong, and that I had to go check